Howdy y'all, welcome back to another Feed the Beast episode. We're going to be dealing with some new stuff today. I decided to go ahead and add a couple new mods. Um, these real quick change here. I finally got rid of these doors. I put in these, what is this, ethereal glass, ineffable glass. You can pass through it. Mobs can't though. Really, like I'd said, I'm always tired of those stupid doors. I'm always getting stuck on them. So put the glass in. That's kind of cool. There is a dark version which I may go with, just because that light kind of just stands out. But the two mods you can kind of see with the wand down here. Two mods that we added, actually three, because one you have to add for Botania, which is the mod we're going to look at today. Also added blood magic, but you also have to add baubles. Wow, is this thing actually making noise over here? I had turned my volume up. Hold on, let me turn that down. Don't want to hear that. Okay, turn that down a little bit. Added in Botania. I've never used this mod before, nor have I ever used blood magic or baubles. So a little bit of a learning curve for me. Really don't know how this mod works. I'm trying to avoid using videos on how to do this. So I've just really been I just want to focus right now on Botania, and the reason I'm focusing on Botania is it does come with this Lexica Botanica. Now I am having a little problem with the graphics. Like you can see here, it's not really showing me how much mana and stuff's in here. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. So it makes it a little bit more difficult because I can't really. It's hard to do testing unless it all of a sudden comes back up working again. It's off and on. But what I've been mainly focusing on is trying to figure out how to get mana, because that's really how everything works off of, is you need to be able to supply it with mana. If you look down at my experience bar, you'll see that it's kind of glowing blue right now. That's because I have the mana tablet on me. It took me a while to get that to even get that thing filled up, because there's kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's kind of a tree you sort of have to follow. I mean, you have to get mana to start with. You have to have some mana to get the stuff that will let you make higher mana. So what I've been kind of working on is the different levels of that. These, of course, are your day blooms. They're kind of your starting flower to get you just a little bit of mana. And that gives you, because when you first make a mana pool, you get I think it's called a diffused mana pool. Let me see if we go to Botania. Let's just do that. Where is it? Let's see. There's a mana pool somewhere in here. Well, I don't see it. I'm missing it. I must be looking right past it. Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Really? It doesn't even list it here. Okay. Well, you get a diffused mana pool first, and then you have to drop another diffused mana pool in it, and that infuses it into the mana pool, which, if we were able to see, the bar right now holds a lot more mana than the diffused mana pool. Okay. So you kind of have to use these day blooms first to kind of give you enough mana to do that, and then once you're able to, the reason you have to make the mana pool is, of course, you need that to make the diffused stuff that makes the higher level stuff. So what I've been trying to do is figure out how to get the mana around. Of course, hopefully some of you guys will be able to help me. Like I said, I have never used this mod before, ever. So the only things I really have made right now is the Rod of the Seas, which is pretty simple. I made these are Endo Flames. They make mana from fuel. I don't think again, I can't see it, so I can't tell if it's actually doing anything. These only generate mana when you give it fuel. I find coal blocks work really, really well with these guys. I think if you throw like a piece of coal or blaze rod, it seems to last for about a minute that it generates mana. But if you throw a coal block in there, it lasts like almost 10 minutes. So it's pretty long time for a coal. And even though we have plenty of coal, you know, anytime you do something like this, you want to be able to have it self-sufficient. I also made Troponium. This one you explode dynamite next to it, gives you a nice burst of power. But again, since I can't see, you can't just detonate them back to back. You have to wait until all the power's pulled out. And again, since I'm having problems, since I cannot see the power level all the time, I wanted to stay away from that. I thought of a couple ways that I could automate this with, you know, a dispenser sort of thing, computer craft. I think it would be pretty easy to do, not too bad. But then I started looking at the hydrangeas. Pretty simple to do these little guys. I think this is the route I'm going to go to start. Probably build like a tower or two of these things. These just drink the water. You can kind of hear them going to town. They're drinking water to supply themselves with mana. Now there's another one that I've seen on a bunch of Let's Plays. Let me see. I think it's Generating Florida. Thermalily seems to be when I watch like Direwolf or Slipgator or any of those guys that are King Mac Daddy, that they're all kind of using the thermal lilies, but they're also using it in combination with blood magic, which I haven't done anything with yet, nor have I ever messed around with that mod. So I don't want to try to confuse myself with two separate mods to start with. So, you know, I at least want to give myself a little bit of a basis in this first, and to see how that goes. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to cut, and I'm going to make myself probably another 8 of these guys, maybe, so I can build at least a 3-level version of this, make it look a little bit better than that. Like I said, this is all just kind of my testing area right now. My eventual plan is to move it over into a secondary base. The only reason I didn't start it all there is it's just more convenient for me to do it here, because a lot of the supplies I need, you know, I have right here, so I don't have to keep coming back and forth, because I don't have it set up to automatically supply a lot of the stuff that I will need for this. But so you can see this is pretty slow. It's not. You can kind of tell the level by how high this. I guess this is actually mana in here, and it takes a long time to do this. But this has definitely helped over here. The hydrangeas, I think they're called. What are they called? Hydrangeas. Okay. We also have these pure daisies, real easy to make in the petal apothecary. This is the first thing you're going to make, by the way, is the petal apothecary. This is what you need to kind of make, if we go back, basics and mechanics, petal apothecary. This is a really neat book. I think all mods should do this. Is they really, she's done a really great job of going through, and I'm assuming it's she just from the name of the mod author. But it really walks you through. You know, it's got the crafting recipes, kind of explains how everything works. Pretty neat. I really would like to see all mods. I know there's a few other mods that do books. I think books are real handy. This one, you'll see the little book on here. If you shift and then click something, it'll actually take you to the wiki and you know, give you a wiki page for it. I think that's pretty cool. You know, it's a really neat kind of book. I don't know if there's one for blood magic or not. Like I said, I haven't really looked at that mod yet. I hope there is. I hope there's something for blood magic to kind of walk you through it like this one does. But if not, we'll figure it out. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, and we're going to get this going so we can get some mana. I'm debating if I should. I think pretty much most of you have done Botania before, probably more so than me. I typically like to stick with the light packs, but I was kind of struggling on what I wanted to do further on. So I did want to kind of add these packs. Plus, I just wanted to take a look at them. You know, I see them in a lot of different videos, and I've never messed with them. So I wanted to play around just a little bit. So, yeah, let me pause real quick, and we'll be back. And I'm gonna set this up so we get a little bit more mana, and then we'll if I could talk, do a little walkthrough on what's doing what. So back just a sec. Man, I have been doing the work. Really been doing some testing, playing around with this mod. Built up kind of a tower for the hydro ranges, the water mana plants. This is about as big as you can make it, and one collector picks it up. Anything more than this, it doesn't seem to pick it up. Like if I put a flower out here, any of these blocks, it doesn't work. I was using these, what do you call them? Day blooms. In fact, let me make one more. This is how you kind of use the, oh, what the hell is this thing called? Where'd it go? Petal Apothecary. You just drop your recipe in there for the day blooms. It is 2 of the yellow. So you drop them in there, and you can kind of see them floating around in there. And then light blue and orange. And then to get the flower you want, you got to drop a seed in there also. And that gives you your plant. Most plants are that way that you want to make. You make them in here. Some of them need runes, which you need the, what's it called? Where'd I put that thing at? The runic altar. And those are pretty simple too. You just got to click the items onto the altar. Maybe we'll do something later with that. But you can kind of see that there's a range. And you can kind of tell the range. Like if you look at these day blooms right now, you'll see they're just regular flowers. But if I come over here and drop a plant, it's going to start generating mana, and since it's not going to be picked up, it's going to start giving off these little particle effects. So you can kind of see this one is not being utilized. But if I were to drop it, probably won't work there either. Yeah, see, that's too far away too. And I can't place one like right here because it's too close to this one, and this one will pick it up. I gotta stop turning it off. Entropinium is pretty good. You gotta wait about, it puts out so much mana, you gotta wait about a minute or two before you can drop in another TNT. Now, over here for the Endo Flames, I wanted to try to automate giving them fuel, so I used a dispenser, which is down here, and it's got just a barrel loaded up with a bunch of blaze rods. Hopper underneath feeds it into the dispenser, kind of keeping it loaded right now. And then I wrote a real quick little script for it. Let me see, Control T. Let's terminate that, take a look. And I just started again. That was dumb. That's not what I wanted to do. Give me a break for just a sec. Quick pause. Everybody's walking in on me all of a sudden, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everybody. It's just hating on me today. Doesn't want me to get on and play or record. But let's get back to the script that we're using. So if we take a look at this, it is real simple. It's got a function called fuel. It just pretty much sends a redstone, turns a redstone signal on and off on the bottom of the computer. And then it's just a while loop here, and it does it 6 times before it sleeps for about 60 seconds, which is about how long blaze rod is good in the plant. And then it just loops again. So about every minute it spits out blaze rods. So if we exit out of that and then run it, you'll hear it do the click. and then you'll see these guys all light up as they get the plants. You can kind of hear them ignite. And the reason I have these right here is the dispenser will shoot them everywhere and kind of get them out of range. Now, I did this kind of early on. There is a item that comes with Botania called a open crate, which will drop items straight down. So, you know, when we get into a permanent location, I don't think I'm going to permanently have Botania here. I may put it back over on all the Botania stuff on the back side, and I may still do it out on the in the secondary base location. Just make it a you know, the magic base. I don't know if I want to do that, just because I will have to set up some way of moving items over there in bulk for some of this stuff, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It should all light up again. So that's a nice little source of power. I actually think this is probably, just these few plants are probably better than this tower over there, but I don't know. It could just be the distance that bolt has to travel. It seems like it takes a lot longer. But over here you can kind of see it's just steadily pulsing into the mana pool. Now this one I have, this one was full, and just to kind of bleed off some of the mana, I set up another mana spreader. This one's got a little redstone lever down here that shuts it on and off, so right now it's off. This is the mana star plant, and this doesn't really do anything other than let you know whether you're in a positive or a negative from the mana pool that it's next to. Like right now, you can see, because of the little blue particles that are coming off of it, that we're in a positive. Now if we turn that on and start bleeding off the mana into the other pool, you can see it starts turning red. So the little red particle effects let us know that we're in a negative draw from the pool. So we know we're not pulling in more than we're taking out. So now I kind of have to decide what or combination thereof I can do, and then of course we want to build it so it is aesthetically pleasing. I'm thinking about going, if I put it in over here, going with kind of the same look as the other buildings, you know, mostly glass. I think this would lend itself to that. I think we could real easily put that into that kind of look, but I don't know. But before we break, I do want to go make one item. Oh, I already had it up. The Sojourner's Sash. Now, I've already got all the items for that. I just need to go over and grab some leather real quick. The sash lets us move a lot faster. We can do the one step up thing. Let's just grab a stack out of there. Kind of like we're supposed to be able to do with advanced genetics. That doesn't work. So I'm going to put this together real quick. This item looks pretty cool. So wait, I need a mana steel. I need one of these, and I need a rune of earth and a rune of air, which I've already made. Rune of earth, rune of air. Hopefully this will just let me. Yep. Okay. Now one of the mods we had to put in to even be able to use Botania was baubles, which I think is B. Yes. And this goes in the, I'm going to guess it's this one. And yeah, boy, we move a lot faster. Pretty much run speed. Just go right up the hills. Okay, I like that a lot. Well, what if we sprint now? Are we faster? Oh yeah, that's pretty fast. Okay, I can live with that. So I think I'm ready to kind of really build with this stuff now, put it somewhere more permanent, because we are going to have to have ways of storing the mana overages. So I've got to try to decide where I want to put it. So as soon as I figure that out, I will be back and hopefully we'll get it all put together by the end of the episode. If not, we'll do it in another one. Be right back. Well, I've got everything moved over. Tried to stay close to the main base. Decided not to move it over onto a secondary location. Still having a lot of trouble. I was unable. My mob spawner area over there does not seem to work when I'm over here. At least it's not dropping anything. So since I'm kind of using the Endo Flames here for power, I just kind of upgraded that a little bit. We've got a computer with the crate that drops it straight down about once a minute. It does, there's 9 Endo Flames now. That's tied into a Beast barrel that's collecting all of our blaze rods from our little farm down below. You can see it drops them directly straight down. It doesn't shoot them all over the place, kind of like a dispenser or a dropper does. It just drops them straight down. There are a little bit of problems with this. Again, if I go out of the area, it drops them, but it doesn't seem like the flowers will pick them up. So I'll come back and there may be, a stack. So that's something to check on. Pretty much the same script. It just does 9 loops this instead of I think it was 4 that we had before. Now, a kind of a vanilla redstone way to do this is this little contraption right here. Of course, you'd have the hopper with the chest hooked into the dropper that's right here. That would load the dropper up, and what it's going to do is spit out one. So let's say these were blaze rods. They would be put in here, and to get it started, you just kind of walk on the pressure plate and then back up, and it's going to drop. And what it'll do is turn off this redstone signal here. This is basically an inverter. So this will sit here until one of the plants is ready to suck it up. It shouldn't despawn because the reset's only about a minute, whereas I think the despawn is 5. So this will keep it shut off, and as soon as one of the plants can use it, it'll spit out another one. So it'll just keep kind of going. This is something I'll probably use to set up quickly if I want to do mana in like another location. Don't really want to have to set up and move the program and stuff around. This is actually a kind of an easier way to do it, so I may just stick with this for now. Really, rain? Right when I start recording, it never rains. Not gonna let me sleep. There we go. So, oh darn it. All right, what am I doing here? There we go. I wanted to. Did I already pick up that stuff? Now you'll hear the blazes going to blazes. What I did is I put a small farm. There's 3 blaze spawners in there on top of cursed earth, so they'll spawn even though I'm not within 16 blocks. Probably need to go in there and take one out. I did have 4 in there. I took one out. It was too much. Whoa, that's really loud for me. Hold on, let me turn down the master volume here just a little bit. It may not be loud for you, but it's horribly loud for me. There we go. So we have inside here, each one has an etheric sword with sharpness 5, looting 3. So that's where we're getting all the blaze rods. This thing is a Hycidus. I guess it's supposed to poison them. Why do I keep hitting that button? It's supposed to poison them down to like, it doesn't kill them, but it's supposed to poison them down. I don't really know if it works without mana. It didn't really say it needed mana, so I didn't do it, but if it's working, great. If not, it doesn't really matter. And this is collecting experience, and anything else is going into a trash can right here. It just all comes out of the back. So that's just our little blaze farm. That's how we're getting all the rods to fuel this little contraption right over here. I am definitely going in a surplus, so I'll probably have to add some more. Really, spider? Man. Yeah, this area is not Magnum Torch, so you do get spawns over here. These actually put out so much power, I had to add an extra spreader, mana spreader. I I think there are higher tiers, and that's where the portal to Elfheim is going to come in. Not going to do that this episode. I do have these all powered up, and it's all ready to go. Basically, you have your Elfheim core right here, which is living wood and terra steel. And to make terra steel, of course, you need this little contraption over here, which is the agglomeration plate. You have to make that and then set it on top of, this is 5 living rock and then 4 blocks of lapis. I have this spark. These are called sparks. Ties in this main mana pool, excuse me, to this spark. So that's how it gets mana from over there. And you throw, I think it's a mana steel ingot, a infused ender pearl, infused diamond, whatever they're called, and it does this really neat particle effect, turns green, and pops out a terra steel ingot. It takes about a half mana pull to make 1 ingot, so they're not cheap. I've only made 2, and they were required for these Natura pylons right here, which are very cool looking, by the way, and the Elven Gateway core. So that's all I've made so far, really. Messed around with some mana lenses. You can see there's one that's got velocity on it right here. They each kind of have their pros and cons. This did not work out at all like I wanted it to. It was really disappointing. These day blooms actually have to have line of sight to the sky. When I built this thing up, it was really a lot bigger than it was right now, and each level had day blooms and stuff on it, and they don't work unless they've got line of sight to the sky. They don't produce anything. So I added some nightshade also. They're like the night version, but I didn't make too many of them because I don't leave it night for too long, especially out right here because I don't have a magnum torch in the area. So yeah, I'll mess around with that too much. But doing pretty good on getting mana. These things over here produced so much that, like I said, I wasn't getting the benefit of everything. Just because this spreader just wasn't a single spreader just wasn't putting it out. It would just stay full and wasn't releasing its energy enough. So I added a second one. There are better ones, hopefully, when we go to Elfheim. So that will unlock some things, I think, that we don't have right now. And anything I really want to do with this mod are going to be, higher up. The lower level stuff I don't really need. That would be great. Don't get me wrong. If you were just doing, I'm really thinking about doing that magic pack that FTB has, just because it's just really just magic stuff. There's really no automation or anything in there. So that may be something I'd try out soon, actually. Just because I've had a lot of fun with this mod, and I haven't even touched Blood Magic yet. So the only baubles I've made so far is the Sojourner Sash and Ban of Mana, which is like a mana tablet, but it's goes in your ring slot, so it doesn't take up a spot. But I'm really enjoying this mod. If there's anything in this mod you guys want to see, let me know. This one, I hadn't really planned anything as far as what I wanted to show or what I want to do. Is for me, it's a lot of it is just going through the book and seeing what's all there. And you'll see again, I've got graphic issues. Like sometimes this shows up, these little icons, other times they don't. I don't know if it's the version, what. I don't know. But yeah, man, I really like Botania. It's pretty cool. I could definitely see just maybe playing this with Thaumcraft and Blood Magic, which I think is pretty much the 3 main mods in that magic pack that FTB has out right now. I may try that one out. I've learned quite a bit with this, more comfortable with it. Now, of course, it's a lot easier for me because I have a lot of resources, so I don't have to to worry about a lot of it, so I was able to move really quickly. Um, but just starting out though, I can see it having some definite benefits. So guys, I hope you liked the episode. A little something different. Now we got some magic in the world. A lot more, of course. I have not even looked at blood magic. I don't know if there's any sort of guide that comes with that. I may have to go and do a little research, check the wiki, because I don't even know where to start with that one. But we'll take a look at it. So until next time, don't forget to like and or subscribe. Until next time, guys, I will see y'all later.